It happened, guys. A brand new trailer for Mafia: The Old Country has dropped. Official The Family Code Mafioso gameplay trailer. Mafioso. I've noticed if you want to be a gangster, you got to kind of talk like your voice is given out like you screamed at a rave the night before. The Family Code Mafioso. That's the key. That's the key. I'm telling you what. Let's watch it.
Now we must send a message.
See? Gabagool. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you.
Message to all around that Torisi takes care of his family and his affairs. Will you do that, Enzo?
Yes, puppy.
I will.
I'm telling you, the voice acting.
Everything in San Celeste has a price. Our price. Everyone pays. And if they don't, you must remind them of their duty. Some try to run from their obligations. They think there is a place on this earth that lies beyond our reach. Nobody hides from this family. Not for long. Iron walls, iron gates, armed men. They think those will keep them safe. Show them otherwise. Out there, you're my eyes and ears, Enzo. What you see, what you hear.
Little Last of Us listen mode.
Never forget that. Our enemies lie in wait, like vipers in the grass. We must strike first, quietly and without hesitation. If someone were stupid enough to put his hand in my pocket, it would be up to you to return what is mine. And remember, what you give to this family, you shall receive back in kind. Welcome, Enzo. Welcome, Enzo.
I'm telling you, after the last gameplay like preview they did, I'm feeling much more confident in this whole package, because again, like the only thing I'm like even like worried about, like performance as always is a concern, I guess, in 2025 with Unreal Engine games. But beyond that, the only thing that I'm concerned about has been runtime. Like Jor got in my head and I'm like, oh, is it only going to be 5 hours long? That would be kind of a bummer. But hearing them say that they spent 3 hours playing 3 chapters of the game, especially chapters that seem basically like a tutorial section, that's really encouraging to me, because that makes it way more likely that we can hit that like 12-hour mark where I'm comfortable, where I think we're in a good spot. As for what they're showing, like it looks like the quintessential Mafia game. This shot is also reminiscent of another shot in Mafia. I wonder if I can find it, because I saw the comparison. Here, Mafia game video's got it. He's on it. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Isn't that a good little comparison? Isn't that great? Mafia: The Old Country 2025 versus Mafia 2 from 2010. I agree with AD, or a dog, I think is the username. It's definitely going to cross over at the end. The old man that helps us in the beginning of Mafia 2 got to be Enzo. I think there's a very strong likelihood of that. All of these games intertwine. I think there's a very good chance of that. No spoilers, of course, beyond what he just said. And I read aloud, sorry, but I think there's going to be some tie-in. I think absolutely. But it's really nice to see the jump just in terms of fidelity. It makes you appreciate it. I paused it at like the exact same time. Anyway, so I think it looks like the exact kind of Mafia game a lot of us Mafia fans have wanted. Not Mafia 3, but much closer to Mafia 1 and 2. That's what we've been wanting. That seems to be what this is. I hope it's a little bit bigger than like 10 hours. I hope it's like 12 to 15. Something in a, like, because I think also the problem with shorter runtimes, it's not just like the value proposition, but I also think it's a matter of concern over like how you build up the characters. Like if you don't have enough time with the characters to get to know them and appreciate and care about them, the emotional hit when that character dies at the end, or when that character has some sort of crisis at the end, doesn't land the same way. You know, like you gotta have time to get to know and build relationships with the characters in this weird sort of psychedelic sort of, what's the word? There's a word for it. I'm blanking on it. What's the weird word for like a relationship between an audience member and then like an entertainer? It's also used in that context. It's like that weird stilted relationship. Parasocial. Thank you, Sonny and Rami. Thank you. Parasocial. Yeah, like you gotta have time to build a parasocial relationship with the character within the story. That's the thing. That's the key. That's the key. I also want to call out there's screen tearing in this clip. This is why I'm also concerned over performance. Do you see it? Do you see? Enhance. You see that? Cuts clean across the bottom. Right there. See that? It's not the end of the world. I don't know why they don't just have VSync turned on or whatever. It's a work in progress build, but it again is another one of those signs of just like performance concerns that I have. I hope that it's not a problem. I hope that they get it polished up to the point where it runs really well. But Unreal Engine games, you just always have to kind of be braced for it to run poorly. Unfortunately, it's just, that's how it goes. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. But I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. I like transparently, I think, you know, for something like this, I've tried to be very clear that I have a bias for Mafia. I really like Mafia games, and I won't pretend that I don't, or pretend like this is something I can look at just totally unemotionally. I really hope this is good. I'm a fan of Mafia games, and I really hope this is good. As a result, like, I hope they nail it. I hope they nail it. But I try to be clear with you. I try to communicate with you that I hope this is good. I hope it's good. We'll see. Fingers crossed for you. Yeah, if it's like really lackluster, I'll be very sad. Because I don't think Hangar 13 probably survives that. And it also means that we probably never get another big Mafia game, which would be too bad. But I think it looks like the kind of game I want it to be. I'm mainly just concerned about like scope and scale, and then I'm also concerned over like technical performance and polish and stuff like that, because that's been a problem for these types of games before. But time will tell with that. Time will tell.